Siobhan Hanratty, welcome to Back
Hello.
To Byker.
Hello to you. How are you?
I'm good, it's lovely to see you.
Are you too?
You played Nikki Watson for 5 series between 1998 and 2002.
Yes, I know. Crazy.
Do you remember your first audition?
I do. It's one of those where I can go back on my memory and all sorts, and I can't remember yesterday sometimes, but I do remember my audition process. And it was at the school, so my drama teacher, Mrs. Moffat, which absolutely loved her to pieces. She'd done a lot for the local kids as well. There was a few stars came from her drama classes.
Okay.
It said, listen, because I was like a bit reserved, believe it or not, and I was like, I'm not sure I'm going to go for it. And she was like, please just go for it. It was only for Grovers at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, I've got nothing to lose. And then everybody else in the class was like, we're going to go. So everybody ended up going to these Grover auditions. And I can remember it was Day Wood and Andy Snellgrove, was it?
Snellgrove, yeah.
The Scottish guy. So I went, nothing, just doing everything everybody else was doing, and they kept asking me to do like improv scenes over and over again, and I was like, well, they're not asking the other guys to do it, why are they asking me? Anyway, at the end of the day, the day had approached us with Andy and said, look, we're actually putting a new family together, and we'd really like you to audition. And I was like, hey, really? So we obviously went home, see my mum. She was like, yes, go for it. You've got nothing to lose. I hadn't really done any acting. I'd danced in the past, danced from being 3, but hadn't done any like acting at all, really. And so that's when the audition process started. But before it started, when I actually got to the MITRE, I was approached by Matthew Robinson. He said, we've got another producer here because we're actually going to film you. And there was other couple of guys, Gary Crawford. Jade Turnbull was doing her auditions at the time, who became Regina.
Yeah.
And Jake, the character Jake, I forget his name.
Nick Figgis.
That's it. And it said, we're going to film your auditions. And it was called, so we were on TV before TV. It was called The Fame Game.
Yes.
Can you remember?
Yeah.
I was like, am I making that up? But I went research. Well, obviously I'm not. But you know when you think, did that happen? But I can remember there was us as part of Byker Grove. There was like a pop group, and they filmed the whole audition because it was long. I mean, it was really, really long. My audition process, it was about 6 months.
Was it?
Yes, really. And looking back now, I thought, because I know not a lot of the auditions were that lengthy, but the character I went into, I think they needed to kind of like really like get the right person for what my scenes and what my storylines were going to be.
Yeah.
So that I didn't know that at the time, but yeah, it felt really grueling at the time. But yeah, there were so there was a crew on us at the time. So I kind of got to grips with that before I'd even started the show.
Yeah, eased you in gently.
Eased us in, yeah.
Maybe the audition process was so lengthy because it was a family as well. Did you have to like spend time with the boys to make sure you found the right brother and stuff?
Yeah, well, I've just watched Chris Beattie's interview with you from last week.
Yeah.
And because he said he'd auditioned for Byker Grove before he got onto Purely Belter, and it was for my brother's part.
I did wonder when he said he saw you there.
Well, it could have been it was the Jake character or Greg. So I think because there was that many of us, and they were kind of integrating us all into different scenes and swapping and changing us. I had a few auditions with Jade Turnbull, who was Regina, knowing that she wasn't going to be part of my family. So they kind of just done the whole auditions together as like blocks, you know. So we all kind of made a little friendship group before we really started.
That's nice.
But no, I mean, it was good. Don't get us wrong. I loved every minute of it.
I wonder if you can find that online to watch it.
I tried, you know, today because I went through and I was like, there's definitely something, but I kind of find it for the life of us. But there was something on. I took a snapshot of on Google as to what it was and stuff and what year it was, and I was like, 1998.
Your family looked nothing like each other. Did you? You were all really good, but you looked nothing like each other.
Couldn't be further. I actually, when I went to meet me real, because I think that's what confused people as well. I had a stepmom, a stepdad.
Yeah.
My real mum and my real dad was in the show. All like pretty much all together. There was a lot of them at the beginning, and my real mum's Carol and Tom.
Mhm.
My on-screen mum was Carol and Tom.
Oh, really?
It's crazy. So I was like, well, who was it today? Because I didn't even wrap my head around stepdad, stepmom,
Yeah,
and it took me a long time to like. But I think looking back, I do see a resemblance with me actual real mum and me.
right.
But no, me and Greg, me and
No,
Gary,
yeah.
nah, definitely not. They must have just plucked us. I think more so about chemistry, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And how you gel together on
Mm,
screen. So
yeah. Do you know what? Only recently, since I've been watching the old series, have I realized Nikki was a brilliant character, actually, and changed a lot throughout the series. Let's
mhm,
talk about your first storyline because it was a big one, wasn't it?
it really was. I mean, they did like put me in at the deep end,
Mhm,
which I'm really grateful for. But it was
mhm,
really nerve wracking. I mean, you know it yourself coming from the show, and it was like I had a lot of on location
mhm,
scenes, so you know what the responsibility is.
mhm,
Um, and my very first scene, which we didn't do it in order, it would be on the TV, but would do it in blocks,
mhm.
was I thought they really are pushing us in the deep end, was actually an attempted kiss by Jack on my front doorstep. And I
Oh,
was
was
like,
it?
am I really going to kiss him? That's one that did get away. He tried to kiss us, but he didn't. But me main favourite storyline was the aliens were going to take the Angel of the North.
Mhm. Oh,
More,
yes.
yes, not just for the drama of it, but the Angel of the North had just been completed in 1998,
Yeah.
and they'd never had it on screen, and they'd never had like an air. I mean, they had a helicopter out,
Yeah.
Andrew, taking aerial pictures, and you can imagine that, like a little girl, me and Jack, like underneath the Angel of the North, the makeup cabins out, everybody's out on location. You think, this is all for me, like this is
Yeah.
all for Byker Grove, your character. And it comes with a lot of responsibility, but I
Mhm.
was like, I'm in awe. I cannot believe I'm actually here.
Oh, that's so nice, Siobhan.
I can't, and I'll always remember it. And I can always remember that Keith Blackburn,
Yeah.
he's managed to get some really good aerial photographs of me stood like under the Angel of the North, and I thought
Yeah.
that's like money can't buy that, and they would. I've got them, and my dad's got them,
Mhm.
and I actually must put them up because it's just amazing,
Yeah.
amazing.
Do you remember feeling nervous about being there or just excited?
No, I definitely felt the nerves. I
Mhm.
definitely did. But I kind of felt like because I was acting a lot with, I wasn't in the Grove a lot at the
Mhm.
beginning. I was acting with really like established actors like my mum, my dad, and the older generation. And I felt like there was a lot of, I learned a lot quickly from
Yeah.
them. Don't get us wrong. And
Yeah.
I did. I kind of, I took as much as I could from how they were on set and things like that. So I kind of grew up a lot.
Mhm.
Then that first series is into like find your marks, things like that.
Yeah.
I've never done anything like this before, so I think I learned really quickly by doing those storylines
Yeah.
outside the Grove and with established like actors.
Yeah, being 14 and working with established actors is
It's
amazing, yeah.
scary. It is. It's scary, but they were so good with us, weren't they?
Mm.
Like they had to be patient.
Patient.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying before. Like I wonder what, from their point of view, what it was with us. But I
Yeah,
had nothing but admiration for the lot of them. They were absolutely amazing. Patience was one of their strong points, but
yeah,
I think they definitely look back fondly on it as well.
yeah. And so it was established later on that the being obsessed with aliens was actually a much darker storyline, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it was basically I'd been mentally and physically abused by my stepdad,
Hmm.
which is that was like in series 11 and went into like series 11. I was kidnapped. I think Adele Taylor, she pointed it out in her interview where I was kidnapped by my stepdad, and then they came to rescue me, and I
Hmm.
wouldn't run, and I felt, and they came out in court that the way I dealt with it was I couldn't run away physically because even he shot a look at me, I wouldn't
Yeah.
do anything. I wouldn't run. I think it was that control he had over us over
Hmm.
years of the abuse that I'd had when I lived with him and me real mum,
Yeah.
that I found a way of dealing with it, which was the UFOs, the aliens, the ghosts. Like
Yeah.
that was my way of dealing with it. Yeah,
That's such a clever storyline and
it
something
is.
that we didn't even really pick up on at the time, did we?
No, it wasn't, but we did get a lot of of feedback from people that it had happened to. And I suppose there's loads of ways people deal with grief and different things that's going on in their lives, that it does make sense though when you see it and you're playing it out. It's like, yeah, you can't physically run away.
Yeah.
You haven't got the means to do that.
Yeah.
Although I was begging, I kind of, me and Jack were begging out in the high street in Newcastle to get the money to go to the Angel of the North.
Yeah.
It's like, she's done this before, but like it all kind of made sense to me.
Yeah.
You know, but it was brilliant. Loved it.
Trevor Fox played your stepdad. No,
He did, yes.
Stepdad.
Yes, stepdad. He was the stepdad in the show, yeah.
He was quite menacing, wasn't he?
He was, but fantastic. And there was a scene where when I was kidnapped and he took us, and Therese and Jack had come to save us, where he'd actually, and they were like, and they played it really well. And he was like, are you sure? And because it was literally just like, but they made it, the sound, and they made it.
Yeah.
And he was like, come here, you're all right. Just like, I mean, it's not him, but it's just like, I've never been through that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a great actor to play along with as well.
That's a great storyline. And then you did get to do some light-hearted stuff as well, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I think after that, I mean, I was still a little bit wacky, don't get us wrong. I went straight into that, come out of that, the court case finished, he got found guilty, and then I was went into like the animal activist role, which was quite fun. I still a lot of location bits, but there was a Shetland pony in the Grove, there was a llama in the Grove.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time up with Brendan Healy, played the otter at the Otter Reserve. And that was really nice to not have some dark storylines, to actually see a different side of me character coming out, although she was still a little bit of a, I don't know, a bit naggy.
do you know what I was watching the other day and I think was a bit daft, and I don't think she would have. I don't think Nikki would have got with Ben.
No. Oh no.
She was
I was surprised at that again. I was like,
she was like fiercely loyal to her mates and Claire. I just don't think she would. And I always thought she thought Ben was a bit of a prat.
Yeah, she never took that, like our brother Greg, Louis, and you were like, she used to was like, drop, like, do you know what I mean? And it was, I think we'd both got to that age where they just must have just thought, well,
give them something to do.
Yeah. Because I totally forgot about working at Mates as well. And I kind of knew something about it in my memory. And I was like, I'm sure I used to always go, because my daughters lived over there with their dad. Yeah. And I was like, I'm sure I used to work there or do something there, because I can remember being on location there for a while.
In another life.
It seems like another life. It really does. But yeah, but I don't think that we would have.
No.
I mean, we definitely got a few kisses in there before
she got
sent packing, didn't she?
Do you remember the last You're Leaving episode?
Yeah.
I watched it. We're like snogging each other's faces off on the side of the grove.
And my daughter and my son sitting, my son's gone, what are you doing, Mum? Don't watch it.
We were very shouty as well. Have you noticed
that? That's it. My son was like, you're right, Morning Myrtle. I'm like, no. My daughter's like, there's the black look again. That was just her. She was, and it was the way it was written. Like, she was just a bit huffy, wasn't she? I think your character said, maybe, I wouldn't go anywhere near her. Could you imagine being her huffy?
How did you find being famous at a young age?
So this is probably why I didn't go on to do much after. I didn't really like the noticing. I absolutely loved every minute about doing it. There's nothing negative, and I mean it, and I'm saying there's nothing negative that I could say about actually physically doing the job. It was, and you can imagine, kids are not nice. No. And my character, with the big storylines and with what I'd portrayed and what I'd went through, and the aliens and the ghosts and easy UFOs, target. It was an easy target. And I just felt like I just didn't enjoy that side of it at the time. Don't get us wrong, as I grew through the years, it got a whole lot easier. Yeah. And I did come to kind of enjoy it in the end, but it was very, very tough, I must say. Because I think if kids are going to pick on you, they look for
Mhm.
anything done that, and I was such an easy target for it.
Yeah. Did you want to continue acting after you left?
No, so I didn't. I kind of felt that was my break. So from being 3, I was a dancer, really,
Mhm.
really good dancer, and spent a lot of my childhood doing that. And then
Mhm.
literally I had about a year and a half break, and then I actually got on to Byker Grove.
Mhm.
And I felt like I needed something else under my belt a little bit, because I'd done all my GCSEs going through Byker
Yeah.
Grove, didn't go straight into college because I was still on the show. I mean,
Mhm.
I didn't leave till after I was 18, I think, a bit like you. So
Yeah.
I didn't go to college.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm going to have to do something that puts another kind of string to me bow. So I went into sales,
Mhm.
finance and sales, and I was really good at it.
Yeah.
But I think both of those things come hand in hand because you're kind of acting, aren't you,
Right.
as well? Do you know? So it's putting on that face and going to work.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was very hand in hand. So, and I kind of got stuck there. I had my daughter, 21, which I loved as well, being a young mum.
Mhm.
So I didn't at the time, but I did go back into Vera a couple of years ago. Done a little
I
stint in
saw, yeah.
Vera.
Yeah.
And that was brought on by my daughter as well. She couldn't choose to what to do in college, and she was like, "Oh, well, you didn't do what you loved," and I was like, It's nothing to say that I can't." And she was
Mhm.
like, "Well, go on then."
Mhm.
Oh, so that put us on the spot, and I just thought, why not? And
Yeah.
it wasn't a big part; it was a solicitor, but I just thought you can do it, and you can do it at any age.
Yeah.
So there's nothing stopping us.
Brilliant. How was working with Brenda?
Honestly, well, I was surprised and a bit naive to thinking, I'll not know anybody here
Mhm.
because BBC was Byker Grove. This is ITV, but
Yeah.
obviously a lot of the crew were freelance.
Yeah.
So there was a couple of the crew.
Mhm.
The lighting guy, I forget his name now, but anyway, he spotted us in the trailer, and it was like, and then all I heard going into the scene was Byker Grove and Brenda was Brenda behind, and I was like, really? How much? Like I was starstruck, and she was like, yeah, I can't believe it. She recognised us off Byker Grove, and I was like, that's weird. That's really weird.
Brenda did.
She was like, I
No.
used to watch it, and I was like, no way. Yeah, I was
That
like,
is a claim to fame,
I
that.
know in itself, but it was good. It really was good, and I would never say never,
Yeah.
because it was a big part of my life, but I would never say never. Definitely.
You were brilliant, Siobhan. You
Oh,
definitely
thank
should,
you,
if you
thank
fancy
you.
it. So is life good now?
I love it. Yeah, I'm a single mum to two, 19-year-old and
Yeah.
an 8-year-old. Still working. Worked at Barclays for 15 years now, and that's like a second home. So I'm comfortable, but you never get far with being comfortable. I know, so we never know.
And I'll have to ask this. We know the reboot's happening. If Ant and Dec got on the phone to you, what would you say?
Oh, I'd say yeah. Get Nikki back on there now. She was
Yeah.
admin. She must be a veterinary nurse now. That's why she left. She went to go to London to do her veterinary. Oh, of course, I would.
I
I
would
would
I would
definitely.
love to see her back on it, yeah.
I think I don't know whether they will, but and I'm really curious to see what they do
Mhm.
with the storylines. I hope they
Yeah.
keep it in the same kind of the kind of same as what we had it, the way we had it, covering the really good storylines that are
Yeah.
out and that are in people's lives at the minute, because it did touch loads of people and
Mhm.
loads of people did benefit from it. So I
Mhm.
hope and pray that they keep it. I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
It's got to be kind of kept as a kind of home to where it was, but
Mhm.
I'm very interested to see it. I am,
Yeah, me too.
especially seeing our old ones now back on.
I know.
It's crazy.
This has been lovely.
Oh, thank you, Andrew.
Thank
Lovely.
you,
Thank you.
Siobhan.
See you later.
We just went back to Byker.